All right. Let's begin, shall we? Yes, let's do. Let me turn the music down. Say, I don't know, somewhere like that. Okay. When we last left, what was I doing? UI stuff, which will most likely be continuing today. I removed the signals from Manager. I didn't like them. They really weren't doing anything. So all I'm doing now is just calling a function directly from the Manager to set the left and the right quick slot. So you give it the name of the item and how many you have, and it sets that. Still probably not ideal, but I have to fix that later, I guess. Now I'm looking into, really, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what to do. I've created this inventory class, and I'm not completely sure. Ideally, what would be interesting would be to have this class have the signals, and then you can add and remove items to and from the inventory here, and then it gives the signals, and anything and everything that wants to be notified can subscribe that way. And maybe that's the methodology that I will pursue. So then I could have so basically it just implements that dictionary with this. And these underscores, it's just by convention that the functions or variables with underscores are quote private or protected, although you can still call them and see them, I think, in the IntelliSense list or the code completion list. So anyway, that's what that's for. So let's say key value. So I'm just kind of adding the functionality for this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this will work or not. I'm not sure. I'm kind of duplicating the whole data spiel, actually. The dictionary. But as an exercise, we can look at it real quick. That would be, you can create these little classes like this. In order to use them, you end up having to load them from the resources path that they reside in. And you can do it one of two ways. You can do a preload or you can do a load. Preload loads, I think, at compile time, I believe is the way that works. And load is like a lazy, I think. So preload returns a resource is loaded during the script parsing. Okay, so that's... Oh, and that's kind of a nice thing. Look at that. Resource paths can be obtained by right-clicking on a resource in the Assets panel and choosing Copy Path. There it is right there. Cool. And then there is a load. That loads a resource from the file system located at the path. I think that does it when that script is executed. I believe that's the case. So just the general thought was just to add a way to create signals that things have changed. So like object. I don't think it has to be connected to the scene at all in order for this to work. I do think. I could do something like that, and then as parameters, I could pass the key and the value, both. Oh, and init is also called on construction, so when you new something up, like oh, where is it? Right here. So you have a dot new, or whatever the pointer to it is called, then init gets called on that class or that object. So it's a nice thing so that you can do things whenever the object is first created, and of course ready is that whenever it's been not added to the tree, but when it's actually ready. It's all been initialized. Is that correct? When the node is ready, when both the node and its children have entered the scene tree. So there you go. There you go. I don't know if this... See, later on we could put a load function. So something like load the inventory from script, and we could say save. And that would be save the inventory to a file. So that would be sort of the advantage of adding this in like this, would be to sort of allow us to encapsulate the loading and saving of inventory values in this manner. And I'm thinking, I mean, at this point, the key value pairs are just ID names and a quantity. And we may also have something like left slot or left hand, right hand. So what player is holding? I don't know. I don't know if that belongs here or not. We'll comment it out for now, but it's a possibility. And again, I don't know if we're going to go with this or not. But let's take a look at it. I'll show you what's... I don't really know if anything visible has changed since last time, but we'll run it real quick. Huh. Oh, I missed that one, didn't I? Maybe that's the one it's complaining about. Yeah, that was what it was complaining about. So it's the same kind of stuff. Can grab the sword. It's automatically assigned to the first slot. And then the other items that you pick up, you can look at our inventory. And you can see I can assign that to X. And I don't think it does anything at the moment. So if I get hurt and I press X, yeah, it doesn't do anything right now. But I can swing the sword and I can drop the sword. But if you notice, the quick slot doesn't clear. So that's what we need to change. Fix. So if I took our inventory, tiny I, and we did something like this. So now our inventory is actually a class object. And that's going to change some things. So let's see if we can't work through this. So now we're giving it we're giving the manager an actual inventory class object, and then we've got maybe can I actually, instead of doing it like this, what would be better would be to like extend dictionary. I said that wrong. I guess I could just try it, see if it works. Let's see if I can just derive from dictionary. That would get rid of a lot of that duplication. Can I do that? Really? I can't extend from dictionary? Because I want all that stuff. I just want to be able to override it. Plumbing the depths of the Godot engine API. So much fun. Really fun to watch, I'm sure. Oh, let's see. I don't think so. I don't think I can. Because I don't want to duplicate all that stuff again. It's just calling, it's a wrapper around a dictionary is what it is. That's basically what it is. Of course, I need that emit signal, and that means I have to be derived from node. I don't think dictionary extends from node. I'd be very surprised if it did. Yeah, it does not. It does not. At least according to the documentation. So then instead of this, it would end up being inventory.set, and then we'd have item.id, and then we would have the max of get. So it would look like this. I'm not a fan of that. Don't like it very much. But it is what it is. Now what we could do, since we're setting it here, we could actually come up here and actually let's grab this. So, and then we would be item count, because we're looking for the count, equals the max of that. And then we would just set it to that. Then we can get rid of this, because that's basically what this is now. All right, let's see what else we got here. How many items is in the inventory? See, we're at. I'm having to do duplication again. I don't like it. I already don't like it. This may not go anywhere, people. We'll find out. That's a wrapper. The wrapper. And I'm not talking about an artist who writes poems and sets them to music or something. Okay, there. So that's replaced with set. And let's add another, let's call it add key. Since we're dealing in integers only, we'll have an add, and we'll say if data has a key, then data key plus equals amount. And that's all we'll do there. So if it has the key, we will add. Otherwise, data of key equals 1, or equals amount. So we'll set it if it's not there. So then we won't. We don't have to do this. We can just say inventory.add item.id 1, like that. And I don't care who you are. That's beautiful. So that gets rid of those. And then we'll have to do the same here. I'm still undecided as to whether I like this Well, actually, I'm still leaning toward not liking it. And then we have to deal with manager. Let's change this. Let's be more clear about what we're doing here. And let's preface these with a UI. That makes me feel better. I think it's more clear that way too. So we'll replace all those. And oh boy. Really should do the same thing with these guys, but that's going to change whenever we access this. All right, let's go down this road. We're going down this road. There ain't no turning back. Still, I feel better about that than I do about just calling them dialogue and UI or HUD. It really should be. It makes me feel better to know to have that UI prefix, the UI prefix before them. But that means that we're going to need to look for HUD or .HUD and change it to UI underscore HUD. And as we can see, there are quite a few of them. And as it is, I'm sure it will not run. It won't, definitely, because we don't have this. So the inventory is going to have to be not items. Although I guess we could do that. You know, maybe that does make more sense. So we would say dot data. Because the inventory UI object doesn't modify it. At least not yet. Oh wow, that actually worked. I'm really surprised. Okay, let's check this. Oh, it worked. Okay, that's really good. So then the idea would be in the manager here, after we get the inventory node, would be to, I know I tried this already last time, but so if I had the player and I can get his inventory dot and I cannot remember if it's come on, connect. It's connect, and I don't remember which. Connect signals. We want to connect. Yeah. So we want the inventory dot connect, and it's not going to give us the IntelliSense. So we need this right here. We want to connect key value change to UI inventory, and then the function will be update quick slots. We're just gonna call it that. So we're gonna make a function see, inventory. No. Ooh, we do have I have an issue here. You can see this. I need to... Shoot. How about this? How about this? I'm going to rename this because let's call it an Observable Dictionary. That's kind of what it is. Kind of what it is. Then we'll need to come in here. That makes it distinct from this inventory here. Come in here. This will be Observable Dictionary. Observable Dictionary. Yes. So we have an observable dictionary. And I didn't spell it right here either. Boy, I'm good. Come on. I'm just going to copy it, and then I'll do this. And why is that? Why are we having trouble here? Okay, there we go. So let's call this Observable. Let's call it Observable D. You know, Observable D. Let's see if this still runs. Oh my goodness, it probably won't! Because we've got that. Oh no, it did. It did. Okay. Maybe the name's not right, but you know. Meridian YT. Hey. Just want to thank you for your videos. Just switch from Godot back to Love 2D, especially since Love 11 was released. Yeah, I've got to. You're welcome, man. It's my pleasure. I need to look at Love 11. I saw that it was released. Gosh, has it been like a month ago or something? I did see that. No, it was April 1st. It wasn't it? It was April 1st. I remember because it was, they said something about it's not April Fool's. It's actually Love 11. I also need to update my VS Code plugin for that too. I definitely need to check that out. So I guess I'm kind of crossing the other road. Yeah, it's only been out a few days. About 9 or so. Yeah, I gotta look into that stuff. See if see what they've changed. Let's see. Well, we're running, man. We're running, man. Let me. Yeah, we've got to do this. So that's what I have not done. Is go into the inventory and added that function. Actually, where is... Oh, that's on the HUD. That's on the HUD. I forgot all about that. Forgot about that. We put that on the HUD. The heads-up display. Right here. Right and left. Set left slot and set right slot. That's where I want to go. So... UI HUD. I probably need to revisit the rest of the Love 2D stuff, and maybe make an actual little game out of that last chunk of stuff that I stopped with, and maybe add any Love 11 features in there, or any additional goodies. I may revisit that at some point. Okay, so we're connected to the HUD, and it was update quick slots. So that's going to be a little different than set the right and left slot. And we're getting this weird... I don't like that. Stop! Okay, so this is going to be a function. It's going to be update quick slots, and it will be key value. So we will say let me check the quick slot. I believe we have item ID. So I can say if left dot item ID equals key. Then we can, let's see, do I have a set count? No, that's a little bit different. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do a set count function, since we'll want to be updating those little fellers. We had it yesterday and I think I removed it. That's okay, because we want to keep everything else the same. And we'll need a value here, because it takes in a value. So we would say set count text. Actually, let's do this. We'll use the set function since it already has the logic in it. So we'll just, or do we really need to do that? No, we'll just do this. If value less than or equal to 0, then we'll just clear. That makes it simpler. Otherwise, we will set the count text to the value that we have. There we go. So if we drop everything and the count is actually 0, well, no problem. It should update like it needs to. So we would say left.count equals value. And then we would do the same for the right. And actually, theoretically, both slots could be set to the same object. Who knows? Maybe we won't allow that, but I mean, if a player wants to do that, why not let them? Okay. Now, let's see if this even, I probably have some other things I need to connect. Look at that, non-existent function, connect, base, nil. Yeah, I had to do this last time because the manager gets initialized before everything else. And I don't know if there is a, you know, we really want it to. Let's do this. Let's try call deferred here, and we'll just wait for the idle. hopefully that would work. And call deferred. Oh no, I'm sorry. Call deferred post setup. I'm just making this up. Post setup sounds good. Func post setup. Oh, no signal pattern for HUD stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, I actually am using that, but I've changed. And I got this observable dictionary, at least that's what I'm calling it. So it's all kind of contained. It's basically wrapping the dictionary stuff, but whenever you set a key value, then I just emit this signal. And then that's what I'm doing right now, is subscribing the HUD to that signal. So that's all I'm doing. And then, so there you go. So player.inventory.connect that key value change signal to the HUD. And then there's that update quick slots method in the HUD, which is right here. And so it basically just looks to see if the left item ID is the same thing as the key, and if it is, then it just updates that value, and it does the same thing for the right. That's the theory anyway. That's the theory. If I can get it all to work, yeah? So if we grab a sword and I drop it, see, it didn't, that part doesn't work, but actually, let's do this. Let me print hello, and we'll see if we get in there. We didn't get in there right there. There we did. So let me go back in. I'm going to go back into the Observable Dictionary. Set key value. Let's see what the key and the value actually are. That's going to have to be a string. Like so. Let's see those. So we set it, drop it, sword 0. So for some reason, left.count equals value. So let's go into the inventory slot. Set count. If value is less than or equal to 0, then clear. Let's do this. Clear. I'm assuming that's where that's gonna. Perhaps my. Yeah, see, it didn't get in there. Do I have to? Is it like that? Yep. Did I mess that up? Is it set and then first and then get maybe? Grab the sword. Drop the sword. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Grab the sword. Drop the sword. Yep. Getting the callback. We're getting the signal now. Getting the signal. It's all coming to me now. It's all coming through. So we'll go to the HUD. And now I can just... I'll comment that out. Maybe we'll need that at some point. So these set the slots to whatever value. This just updates only if the item that's getting its data changed is actually the quick slot. That seems to work. So then now any addition or removal from the inventory or from the observable dictionary will trigger, except for right here. I need to use the So then we would just do, come on. I can do, yeah. So I need to emit the signal also here. And that's going to be that. And let's do a, just for fun and enjoyment, let's do a subtract. It's going to be that. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's do a max so you can never go below 0. Data of key minus amount. And we'll do the same. Actually, you know what? If it doesn't exist, we don't even need to do that stuff. Make sense? Makes sense to me. So we can add a certain amount to it. We can subtract a certain amount from it. We can set it, and in any of those cases, this gets called. And we maybe just to keep everything a little bit more clean, I maybe should just do this key and then max data key of amount, like so. And I could do the same thing up here. So we'll just set key to that sum. And we'll do the same thing here. Set key amount. Yeah. I believe that's a good idea, I think. Let's go check her out here. We'll utilize our potions. Let me try to drop the sword again. Okay, that works. Potion. I will add that to... Uh-oh. Invalid. Invalid index HUD. Oh yeah. See, there's some more stuff where I didn't get the renames in all the way. Yeah, that's in inventory too. Let's go check and see if there are any other HUDs that we need to rename here. No, I don't see any more. One potion. We'll set you to that quick slot and grab that one, and there's the 2. Now, let's see. Now I shouldn't be setting. Let's see, that's on pickup. This seems to be quite complicated, doesn't it? Just to implement some sort of inventory, doesn't it? I think it does. So we're right here. Add to inventory. So let's head on over to that function right there. So that's going to be add to inventory. I don't think we need this anymore, because inventory provides that signal that those have changed. Sword. Drop sword, pick up sword, potion. Set potion for this slot, pick up this potion. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. So that should be a good, at least better than it was, yes? All right. I just figured we would check in on the cat here. There he is. He's snoozing. Okay. I think that's working. And then the only time you set the slots yeah. I think that'll work. Now, the other issue that I have, the other thing I'm going to have to figure out how to do is if I want to do this, I'm not sure yet. Right now, the inventory is 6 slots, which means you can only carry 6 things. And really, right now, I'm using the enter key just to drop that the left slot item. So it's not ideal. Hopefully I still can't. Oh, yeah, I gotta fix that, don't I? I can drop things into walls. You can't drop things on these guys, which is good. So that also has to be fixed. But what I'd rather do is just be able to drop from the inventory screen. You know? So I should be able to select something and I don't know what I would hit to drop. Maybe the interact button to drop. I don't know. Or do you have to select? I think you should have to select. If you want to use a potion, you have to select it, and then from here, you should use it. And that's, I believe, is not working yet. Yeah, that's not working yet. Let's go check that out. I'd like to be able to use potions. Use right, use item, right item. Let's see if the right item actually gets set correctly. Oh, that's right. It's not. It's not getting set because the inventory. The inventory is directly setting the quick slot. So when I do that, it sets that item to the quick slot, and the player has no idea that that's now in his left quick slot. So that's an issue. That's an issue. Not sure. So really, we need something on the player. Ugh. It gets so messy. And it's probably because I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. Because we need to communicate to the player when the inventory assigns something to an inventory slot. So I should be able to change here and have it change what my left and right item are. So if I have I think the right item is only set right there. And actually this is not, we don't need all this stuff either. We just need subtract, right? Because we've already done this. Amount. I don't even think we need to do any of that. Well, we could do that. See what we got. Yeah, see, it checks for us. It does the set, which means we get that. I believe that's all we need to do is that. Let's see, drop item uses that. Let's make sure that our signal works for that. Ah! Why did it move that over to the other screen? It's crazy. Grab the sword, and let's drop the sword. Yeah, that still works. Oh, oh, oh! But we need to clear the slots if they happen to coincide with that item. So we would say if left item equals item and credit. So let's just do this. We get rid of this. So we do the removal, and then we can say if left item is equal to item and inventory dot get item dot ID is equal to 0. Then left item equals null. We do the same thing for the right item. And we wouldn't do an else if just in case the player selected the same item for both. For both hands. Like that. So I'll grab the sword. We'll drop the sword. Pick it back up, it should go back in the left slot. And it does. Good. Here we have the potion. And it does update there, so. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So remove item is working. Maybe we don't automatically set the left and the right items. Although it's just nice to do that. If you pick up a weapon, make sense? Yes? Now we have to figure out what to do with our inventory when we when we press. So right now we're just telling the UI manager to set that left slot to that. But I don't really want a connection to the player here. The manager actually has the player object. Probably don't even have to do that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Rename this to _player, sort of to indicate that. Or can I do that? Maybe no, I don't need to do that. I've got that. That's a set get. That's something we could do. We could open up the player scene. Then we go over here to Node, Groups. And we could add the player to a player group. So that little fellow right there means he's a member of at least one group. If I click that, it shows the groups doc right there. You got signals and groups. And then or no, it's not send to group, it's call group. Call group, right? Yeah, it's a scene tree though. So you have to get the tree and then call the group from there. So you get tree dot call group, and then you can say what group you want, and then you can say the method. But the question is, can you pass parameters to that? Yes, it looks as though you can. So really all we need is the slot ID. But we also need the method. Let's look at the player real quick. Let's do the right quick slot, since that's the one we're having issues with right now. So it would be item ID. And if we did it like this, we could suck this up. Yeah, let's not do that. Set right quick slot item ID. So that would mean left item is equal to inventory dot get item ID. And that wouldn't be the left item, that would be the right item. Just the right item. And might as well just stick the left in there too. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll go ahead and do that. So that would actually set the left and right quick slot for us from the inventory. We would just call the group player, and then we would say set left quick slot and then we would do the same over here, except it would be the right quick slot. So we can grab that. And the real question is this. If we set to this, and then I go get hurt. Okay, something happened good there, maybe. Oh, breakpoint. Hey, that was that breakpoint that we stuck in there. Does it work? Try it. Grab the sword. Oceano. Set to that. Go get hurt. Invalid call. Let's check and see what's going on here. We down in the nitty gritty here. All this interconnection stuff. You don't get away from this just by going to games. This is present in the corporate world as well. Binding data to UI. It's just, I don't know. In my opinion, it just gets messy. A nice potion. Oh, look at this. Okay, there's our breakpoint, which is what I wanted to see. So the item ID is potion. So then if we let this go, now what is the right item? Oh. Yes, the right item is what I want. Right item. Oh, yes, yes, of course. The inventory just gets you the quantity. I want the actual item. So what we could do here then is say manager dot instance, or manager dot items of item ID. We need to check and make sure that exists. It has to, pretty much. And I believe I called it a prefab. Yeah. So I think I can do this. So just create one. And then there's my right item. Ah! But that means I can't just set it to null. I have to actually delete that thing. Let's see if this works though first. I should just start him without part of a heart. Hey, it worked. That's really cool, man. But if we use... Actually, no. The potion takes care of that. It frees itself. And then I can just set the object to null. That is the way it should be. That is the way it should be, ladies and gentlemen. Let's double the risk and try 2 potions. So I'll grab one and grab the other. Just make sure that it works correctly. Better potions will fight. Oh, we got heart. I will use potion. And you see, still 2. So that is not work for that. Heal. Hey, remove. See, look, remove item. That's what it should be doing. Remove item. Here, inventory, subtract. That should be what we want. Let's check the slots here. So we're setting the count. So let's print set count. Set the count. Set the count to the value. So we will figure out why you did not update the count. Surely that's getting called. We have 2. X set count to 2. Oh, wait a minute, man. That's not right. So I thought somewhere there's a disconnect, as there always is. That's how it works. Coding is frustration in a bottle, a time release bottle, or a capsule. Time release capsule, I don't know. Not a very good analogy, but. So, boom. Aha! Ah, yes. Yes. Got it. So this goes back to when we try to use item. Well, first we should probably fix other bug, because when we have items in inventory, it does not mean they're in the tree. So these get destroyed here, okay? So they are gone. So, but we set to 2 of the potions. Yes? We will take potion, and then we'll go here, get heart. I'll use, and see, that does not get called. That's a load of dookies, what that is. Because it should get removed from the inventory right here. So if I go to see, we didn't get max just simply sets the maximum of 2 values, which is what I want. I don't want it to go below 0, so that's my 0 max. So the question is, why? So we can look at this, but I don't think, well, we'll look. Maybe something is happening for this, huh? Pick up sword, pick up potion, pick up other potion. Set. Use. No. First of all, let me go ahead and tell the player that his life is 2. That way we don't have to go in. I'm going to fold a couple of these functions just to get rid of some of the clutter. We may just, well, no, we don't always need to remove that from the tree. So we'll have to figure out how to check that. And additionally, we'll have to, when we remove an item from the list, if the left item is item and the inventory is 0, then the left item equals null. Else we recreate another one of those items. So we'll do the same thing for the right. So when you remove an item, the actual item, if there's no more, another one does not get created. Otherwise, another one gets created. Yes. This is good for me, yes. I'm still not sure. Still not sure. I have an idea for this, actually, but we'll do that in a minute. I'm not sure why that isn't getting called. We are setting remove item, and that is inventory subtract. Okay, potions 2. Let me do this. Let's go down. So we want to see what happens here when we set the right quick slot to a potion. Cloth. We know that works. That definitely works because it actually will heal me. So we'll oh, I messed up. I didn't. Yeah. I didn't push continue. I pushed debug again. Okay, got all of them. So there they are. So what we want is remove item. So we want to go here. So we want to heal. We get a call here. So we can step into this. Boom. Oh. Wait a minute. What happened just then? Invalid get index on null. That's potion. What I'm more interested in is that actually getting called? So when I grab both of these potions, set the quick slot, try to heal, hit this breakpoint, we step in, we're here, so I'll put a breakpoint here. It doesn't even go. It doesn't go in. It doesn't go in here. All right, we need to reload. I should actually change that hold up time a lot less so that the debug won't take as long. I'll do that here in a minute. So we'll step into the subtract and then we'll check the data dictionary. So it should have that key, which is, ooh. So we're having trouble here. What's the deal? The ID's not working. Let's do what I was saying real quick. Well, let's go and decrease the timeout for that hold up here. We'll just do 250 milliseconds. Do another debug real quick. Can hardly hold it up at all. That's much better. Takes a lot less time. So we'll head back in here. Check it. Check it. There's the object. And ID is nothing. But this object so can I indicate a okay. So how GD script pass self versus script object. I don't know what I'm trying to ask. I mean, it appears as though this doesn't have an ID, but it does have an ID. It doesn't have an... Oh, ho, 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 ho. We're creating them, but we're not sticking them into the tree. So this really should be... on creation of this object. Ha ha ha! That's our problem. But let's make sure that we do this on this one as well. That's the problem. This should be the pattern right here. So let me add in the init by, or say by overriding the init function. And let me go and grab the interactable, and we'll say the same thing. So this must be overridden in the deriving classes init function. So we'll go ahead and do func so that should collide if we don't have an overriding deal here. Let's do the same here. So really this so we'll do func init type equals none. Now let's try her again, boys. See what we got. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised. Set us up, heal us. Here's my breakpoint. My ID is now a potion. And I just hit debug again. Crud. I'm too used to Visual Studio. Visual Studio is just continue. F5 just continues the debug. But not Godot. They gotta be different. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. And if I go get hurt again. Uh-oh. Now we got a problem. What is he scratching? Boy? Here. Let me help you. How's that? Move that here. Put that down. No. I got it. You're good. You're good. hit use again. I didn't think I did. Is that... No, it's just pressed. So let's continue. Problem. A little bit of a problem there. At least that's what it looks like to me. A little bit strange. Okay. X. So this should be the last one. Look, there's nothing. Okay. Then, you know what that has to mean is that when we removed... Where did it go? Remove item right here. Look at that. That's my issue. That's it. And of course that item had been disposed, and since I hadn't set it equal to a new instance of it. That's the problem. Me sword, me potions. And we'll get rid of this. Where did that breakpoint go? There it is. Get rid of it. Just go. So there, he's healed. Hurt me again, ladies and gentlemen, and boom, and potions are gone. Gotta fix that. Why is that still there? Turkey. Okay. So we got a few more things to clean up. I need to get rid of the print statements here. No, let's leave this one for now. This one. I'll just comment it out. So let's check out this print statement. Okay, so we got potion 1, potion 2. Set it up, heal. So we got set count to 1, hurt, set count to 0. So the set has been zeroed out. When we go back into the inventory, so if I open the inventory, we're here. So I've got this dictionary. There are no potions. But we should have cleared all the slots. Now, I believe this is the same as the regular inventory. No, the inventory slots. The script on that is going to be, it's the same, right? Inventory slot. So we have this clear value here. Even though it's, I tell you what, let's just do this. Makes me feel a little bit better, doesn't it? So we can come in here and we can say clear slots will be we'll just say slots of I dot clear. So we clear them out every time. I know, not the most efficient thing, but it gets us where we want to go for now. The performance penalties are tiny, really. So we'll go in here and do the same thing again, and I've got this breakpoint, don't I? Invalid get index on container, on HBox container. Oh yeah. That's right. This is actually the slot. So let's just do this. That'd be slot dot clear. Rerun. Almost got it. We've almost got it. It's almost there. Let's go on. See, inventory will pull up now. Yeah. Set, heal, hurt. Check it, heal, and it's gone. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're onto something here. Looks like our inventory's actually working. Okay. Set count, which that was here. Turning that off for now. I'm still not happy with the way things are being communicated. And also, anything... See, we don't even need this. We don't even need that function. Don't need a function here either. So we're just overriding init. Yep. We don't have to worry about ready on the pickupable or the interactable. Good. Very good. Very good. Oh, additionally, I wanted to be able to change that the hold up time. I'll put this down here. We want a const hold up time equals, let's do 1 for now. No, let's do half a second for now, like it is right now. So 0.5. Oh, it's actually, no, it's 0.25 right now, isn't it? That's why I couldn't find it. So there's our hold up time. Let's do indeed do 2.25. Makes debugging easier. I mean, what the heck? Why don't we go 0.125? Let's go really fast. So the first time you see it, wham, boom. Put this in my inventory. Go kills me some. Probably should heal. Ouch. Heal. Ouch. I believe that's working, ladies and gentlemen. I'd call that a success. Yes, indeed. So then the next question is... Well, this hold item. We really probably should. So we have that issue where we're recreating the potions whenever we are holding them in our hand, which is okay, but right now the sword does not work that way. So you see right here, it's actually been freed. It's been freed because I just changed this. So basically we freed the item. And you know what? I don't even like that for that reason, because it's sort of... Let's just, for now, let's reparent it. So reparent it to nobody. You remove it from the tree. We could say here, we could say otherwise. Item.q free. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't. I don't have any methods for that, so it's good. So let's check that real quick. So that works. Oh, and I'm still doing this somewhere. I'm going to switch to Visual Studio Code and we'll take a look. See if we can find a print or two. Right there. So I'll just do it that way. It's easier. There is a search and find in here, but it doesn't seem to work for me. Hold item. See, it gives me that. I think there's still some issues with it anyway. And now how do I get... Okay. Let's switch ooh. That's not what I wanted. Look at this. Yet another issue. Let's check that. Oh, here, look, that's it. So that was just a mere mistyped deal. Still not sure why. The sword. Let's go ahead and assign you to this key, and we'll assign you to the... See, that works. Pick it up. Drop. Pick it up. Now we're in. I don't know. That seems to work. Let's go pick up some potion again. Get more potion. Set potion to X. Still swinging. And then if we get hurt again, boom. Yeah, man. It's looking pretty good, eh? Uh-oh, now we've got another issue here. Of course we do. It's UI dialogue. I'm going to go to my beautiful code here. And we're going to find those. And replace them. Just like that. Yeah, man. Uh-oh. I botched that a bit, didn't I? This one. Just go ahead and check it. Yep, we're good. Hey, it's actually working. Loving it, loving it. Something else I had in the inventory itself, which I have commented out currently, is the following. Let's see if I can get everything uncommented that utilized it. I think that's it. Just sort of a show here, what I was thinking. So you have this pulsating thing going on for your inventory, so whenever you change, you have this nice scaling look. So I don't know, I've got that in there. At the moment I have it disabled. Might go back in. I think since it's almost 3 o'clock, it feels like a 2-hour stream. Seems pretty good to me. And we've got some things done, I think, for our inventory. The next thing would probably be to be able to save everything. Or it's either that tomorrow or dialogue trees. So, such as like a little fella, the NPC right there, standing there. The idea would be to have a set of choices you could have. And depending on what you've said to him, he'll say different things. And also, we could add the possibility that if you have a certain item, then his tree changes. Or something like that. So, you know, if you have the sword of the diamond sword, whatever, then he's like, oh, I see you have the diamond sword. So, I feel as though I should notify you that the statues in the desert are diamond sword resistant. You know, something like that. So we may be looking into that next time, or tomorrow, if I'm able to do it tomorrow. And I did notice this also. We'll fix this really quickly, and that is the UI dialogue. We've indicated an X there when actually now it is an E. There's an E. Alright, until next time, thank you for joining me here. And Catius thanks you as well from his subconscious cat brain.